Hey there, Katrina Ely here with Empowered to Launch. So, first of all, I'm so sorry that I'm late today. So my daughter had wrote this article for the local paper, and we have been looking every day for it to be in the paper, and today it was in there. So, in the excitement and reading it and sharing it, I'm late. So, I apologize for that. But I am so happy to be here because it's day 5 and we're talking about the 5 things that we need to put in place prior to ditching the 9 to 5. Now, the reason that these things are important is because you want to make sure that you set yourself up on a path for success. So, quick, let's recap that the first things that we want to be focusing on, well, before we go any further, if you haven't done so yet, please grab your copy of the Business Startup Kit. I created this as a tool to help you truly get your business going on the right foot. So if you are a new entrepreneur or aspiring one and you are struggling on where to start, what you need to do, where to go, what steps that you need to take in order to get your business started, this is the tool for you, but also this training that I'm providing. So hopefully you've been watching all 5 days, but if not, go back and watch those because gave you a lot of good information on here to really just help you get your business on the right track and make sure that you are set up for success. So if you haven't seen those, go back. But today, we are talking about building that solid foundation. And this isn't just a solid foundation for our business, but within ourselves and like what we truly need in order to get us to that next level. So we really want to think about laying that foundation so we're prepared for the road ahead, or as I always like to say, climbing that big mountain. So to recap, all this week we've been talking about the 5 things that we need to put in place prior to ditching the 9 to 5. Number 1 was our passion and our why. Discovering our passion and what we truly love so we don't waste our money jumping from business to business. We actually build a business that we love doing, that we consider fun, that makes us really excited to get out of bed in the morning to do. Know your why. Why you're doing this. Why is it that you want to start this business? Why do you want to go down this road of entrepreneurship? And it's really important because some days this road will be hard and there will be days where you want to give up. So having a strong why is what's going to help you stay on that road to keep trucking. Day 2 was getting our idea out and doing some market research on the idea. Testing it out with our friends, seeing if it's something that people would actually want to buy. A lot of times we'll get these ideas and we think they're great. We put money into them and we're like, hey, I'm going to do this. And then people are like, no, thank you. Or they don't want it. So we really want to do our research on that and just make sure that whatever our idea is, it's something people want to buy. And we listen to the feedback that we're getting from people because it might not necessarily be a bad idea, but maybe we need to make some tweaks to it in order to make it more presentable to our desired clients. So this is a very important step that you want to take in your initial stages of launching your business. Day 3. Now that we have our idea and we're really excited and passionate about it, we know what our why is and we are ready to go at it. Now we really need to dig into laying out a structure, because it's one thing to have this idea and now you know it can make you money, but what is the structure for that business? How are you going to register it? Is this going to be a sole proprietorship, an LLC? What is the plan? What are you going to need? And that's where the business plan really comes into play, as far as really determining what your mission is. Figuring out who it is you truly want to serve so that you are reaching that ideal person, because that's how we stand out in our niche. Being able to stand out in our niche is just by tweaking those things and really narrowing down who it is that you're trying to reach and who it is that you want to have your product. So narrow that down. And we talked about weight loss and how to narrow that down when you're in that specific niche. But regardless of what your niche is, when you know your customer, then you know how to reach them. Yesterday, day 4, was our support system. The people that we need to have in place that we can lean on and to support us when we don't know where to go for certain things, or we just need that extra motivation and help on those like dreary days when it's dark and you just kind of been stuck at your desk for a while. You've been staring at that computer screen for hours and you just need a little extra boost to help keep you going. That is why it's so important to have a good, strong foundation for your business, because if you don't have that support system, then it really will can be detrimental for your business, because those days when you want to give up, you will have someone in place to help keep pushing you and reminding you why you are doing this, why you set out on this journey. And today is about laying the foundation. And I know you're probably wondering, what does that mean? Laying the foundation. I thought that's what we've been doing. And yes, all of these steps so far are the foundation. We are laying the foundation for your new business. But this foundation I'm talking about is really more of an internal mindset foundation, because this is the number one key to you reaching your level of success. It really does come down to what you believe you're able to do. If you know that I have a great product, I have something that you need, I have the perfect item, and your mission is not, oh, I just want to sell something and I just trying to make a bunch of money and I want to be rich, because people can tell that, hey, how's it going? But if you have like a real product that you love and you really have the desire to serve your client and to really provide a good product to people, then you will be able to do that, because people will be able to see that and they'll know that you authentically have, that you're really here to service and help people. So the mindset is really key, because it's going to show. It's going to show where you're at in your business. And I mean that as far as whether you care or not, whether you care to keep going. I talk to a lot of people in their businesses, and a lot of times they'll ask me when we're talking about, the startup process, one of the questions that they always ask me is, how long is it going to take me? How much time do I need to spend on this a day? And instead of trying to figure out an answer to that, because it's really hard to answer that for your business, like, I don't know how much time it's going to take you exactly. My program is 6 months, but really the time that it takes is on you. You're the only one who can determine your success. You're the only one. So I put that question right back on them and ask them, how much time are you willing to give to reach the goal? How much time? Like, how important is it to you to reach it? Because if it's that important, then I don't understand why time's coming up. Time should not be a factor. So these are the things that I'm talking about when I talk about the foundation and the mindset that you need to have. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at my notes. I closed out of it for a second. So, but anyways, so it's about that foundation and making sure that you are prepared for what's ahead. So that way, when these things come up and they happen, you're prepared for them, and they're not so detrimental and devastating, and they bring you to that point of having to give up. So you want to have like self-discipline. I know it sounds crazy to even put that on the list, but it's very important to be disciplined. That way you know what has to be done each day. You're making sure that you're checking those things off, and that you're not, just scrolling through social media. A lot of times as a marketer, we spend a lot of time on social media, but it has to be a strategy to it. If you're just on here chit-chatting all day and there's no actual strategy for building, your brand and getting your message out there, then you're not really having a structured day. Like it's not as productive as it could be had you had a plan and strategy. So having that self-discipline is important, because nobody's going to be over your shoulder. You're an entrepreneur. You are your own boss. So You decide whether or not you're going to be successful or not. You decide how much work you actually complete in a day. So if you want to kick back and watch TV for days on by and not make any money, then that's on you. But with self-discipline, and you make sure that, hey, from, 9 to 5 every day, I'm working on my business, just like if I was going to that job. You have to give it that same energy. And then have that commitment. Have that commitment that no matter what, and this is like the same commitment, we can't even never mind. The commitment that you have to have has to be unbreakable. It has to be that kind of commitment that you have to your children. I think that's why a lot of times people equate their businesses or their dream to, they call it their baby. This is my baby. Why do I call it my baby? Because it means that much to me. I'm so committed to this project that I'm not giving up on it. I want this so bad. I love this goal or whatever it is that I'm after that much that it's my baby. I can't give it up. I'm so committed to making sure that it, reaches the final goal that I want it to be. So have that commitment, because it's really important that you go into it 100% committed to success, and not just, we'll check it out, we'll see how I do. Because with that attitude, that's what you're getting out of it. You're going to maybe make a little money, maybe you won't. But if you go into it with the determination and the commitment to succeed and make money, then that's the outcome you will have. And it sounds crazy. It sounds like I'm selling you a dream, but it really is just that easy. Mindset is everything. And you have to first put out there the commitment and the belief that this is possible. And then that foreknowledge. And this is just knowing that things will happen. Because most entrepreneurs will tell you success doesn't happen overnight. But it can, and things can happen quickly. So for one, be prepared that it can be a long road, but also prepare yourself that when things do blow up, that you are ready for that. You have the right people in place to handle that growth, because it's so important that, like we were talking about the other day, that you put your best foot forward. Because sometimes with a client, you only have one time to really present yourself to them. And if, you're late producing whatever it is that you said you're going to do, or, just all kinds of excuses, then people might give up on that. So it's really important to just have that foreknowledge of just what can happen and be prepared for that. Because it's a windy road. We never know what can happen. And when you're climbing that mountain, the weather can change. Anything can happen. So just be prepared for that. Determination. And you might think that all of these are the commitment, determination, the foreknowledge. Just the reason why I say determination is because it's getting past those blocks. It's not just okay, I'm committed to this, but a lot of times we'll be committed to something until we hit a block. And then all of a sudden, well, it's not me. I found an excuse that it's you're causing it. So then I can get out of it. But with determination, nothing gets you out of this. So it doesn't matter what block. You will find a way around it, or you'll knock it down if you really want it. So yes, you have to be committed, but determination is what will keep you on the road when people try to block your way, or when you hit a roadblock, because you're not letting anything stop you. You are committed to this, and you're determined by any means necessary to make sure that it happens. So that's why it's so important to have determination and really be clear on what your goal is, and that by any means necessary, I'm going to make this happen. Hey, how's it going? Hope your afternoon's going well. Say hello so I know who you are. And then lastly is the last thing I want to talk about was protocols. Having protocols in place for mishaps or certain situations that might pop up. Hey, Ashley. Hope you're having a good day. Or just certain situations that might pop up in your business. Again, we talked about this. It's just about being able to put your best foot forward, to have some kind of system in place that if things go wrong, you have a plan for that. Or even when things are successful, even if, okay, I have this plan that I'm good if I have 1 or 2 clients. But what do I do with now when I have 5 people asking for it? Or what if I have this demand for 30 people asking for it? So that's where you have to start thinking of and get those protocols in place to help you alleviate any, just negative or any mishaps or anything like that. Also, a clear grasp on what it is that you want. We all have, I hate to call them negative traits, but that's what they are. We all have a little bit, some sort of negative trait, whether it is perfectionism or this fear that we have to put ourselves out there. Those are negative traits because those are the things that hold us back from reaching our goal. So whatever it is, mine is perfectionism. I always have this idea in my head that somebody cares what I look like or how pretty this, article is or whatever it is. But the truth is, when you're truly providing value, that should be the number one focus. Not what you look like, not how pretty things are. I had a client say that she wasn't ready to move forward until she came up with the perfect name for her business. And honestly, nobody cares. Those things, they are important, and I don't mean to minimize them because, yeah, having a great name, you want something people remember, it's catchy, it's easy, but it's not going to stop you from, being successful. There are people's business names who maybe it doesn't make sense, maybe it's wonky, maybe it's not that easy to remember, but they're still making money. So don't let those certain things hold you up. And that's with having the clear grasp on what your negative things are so you don't get held back. Excuse me. Like I say, I have an issue with procrastination. I want it to be perfect before I necessarily put it out there. So it's not procrastination, perfectionism. I just want this to be just perfect and make sure it has everything that you need before I actually put it out there. But the truth is, perfect is just out of reach. It's out of reach for anybody. But it's also keeps you hidden back. It keeps me from putting myself out there. It keeps me from taking that next step to now say, okay, this is done. Push it out there and put it in people's hands. So these are the things that are important for laying your foundation because that's how you grow that success. The mindset is so important, and you really are the decider of your success. I can give you all the steps. I can hold your hand through this. I can even meet with you weekly and hold you accountable. But if you don't do the work, it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what I give you. A lot of times that we're just looking for that answer that somebody to just give us this and make it easy on us. But the truth is that it doesn't have to be hard, but it does have to be you. It's on you. And it might be hard. I don't want to sell you a dream that it is hard. It can be a hard road, but it's as hard as you make it. If you really love what you do and you have a passion for it, I don't see it as hard. I see it as a journey. It's a process. Some days are way more fun than others, absolutely. But it's the road that we chose. So if you chose this road and you're on it, then do it. Be a success and make it work by any means necessary. Have that determination and be committed to your own goals. Be committed to your success. It doesn't matter what I give you. I don't live in your house, so I'm not going to be affected whether or not you reach success or you don't. It's going to be unfortunate. I don't want to see it because I want to see you be successful. However, I'm not going to be affected by that. I'm only going to be affected by what I don't do or what I choose to do. So that's why I really want to push you to really get your mindset in a place where you know that what you want to do is possible and that all you need is a step-by-step process to make it happen. So when you're ready, I'm ready to talk to you. I am ready to give you that tool that you need to get you to the next level. So we've been talking for 5 days. We talked about your passion. We talked about your why. We talked about, your market research on really honing down on that idea. We talked about how to make you stand out and the tricks that you can do to really just stand out in your niche, even if it's oversaturated. And we talked about are laying our foundation, which is really just having a strong mindset and a strong determination for success. So those are the 5 things that you really need to put in place prior to leaving your 9 to 5. If anybody knows me, if you've been watching Empowered to Launch, that's what I am all about, ditching the 9 to 5. I believe that you have skills and hidden talents within you that can make you money without a job. I believe that. I know it to be true. I figured it out myself, so I know that you can too. And with my steps, I can help you get there. However, I want to make sure, hey there, how's your day going? But only you can decide when you're ready to do that. So when you are, book your call with me and let's get your business started. Let's get you to that next level, because I truly want to see you be successful. But you got to have that mindset for it. You got to know that you are made to do this. You are made to be here, and whatever it is that you want to do is possible. I believe that. I really hope your day's going well. But now I'm out of here. So I do hope to talk to you soon. And I'll talk to you all later. All right, bye.